All right, good afternoon or good evening, everybody. Thank you to everybody who's here joining us today. I'm Lisa Partida with Home Week in LA, and today we have Albert Tapia with Universal City Studio Credit Union. And today's topic is going to be financial planning for the future. So basically, we're going to be covering, planning ahead, budgeting, saving, so on and so forth. So I'll go ahead and pass it along to Albert. Take it
Awesome.
away.
Great. Okay, thank you. So I'm Albert. I'm the Director of Administration at Universal City Studios Credit Union. And just a little quick, because I know from this series it's our last one, but I'm really, really excited for what's coming up. And I've been in the credit union movement for 10 years now with experience in operations, compliance, and community outreach, all sorts of things. So I could not be more thankful to the Home Again team for making time and space for us to share this space for financial counseling. So thank you. Um, so today oops, here we go. Okay, today we are going over financial planning for the future, and this will probably be way out into the future. We'll talk about retirement in a realistic way. No assumptions about income or stability. This is about understanding the basics and knowing what options exist when opportunities come up. Estate plannings is about clarity and care, not wealth. Even simple decisions can make a big difference for the people in your life. Long-term goals look different for everyone. They can change over time, and that's okay. We'll focus on how to think about goals in a flexible, realistic way. And we'll wrap up by summarizing what we learned and giving you a chance to think about one or two small steps that make sense for you. So when life feels unstable, planning for the future can feel overwhelming. Today it isn't about fixing everything. It's about gaining clarity and choosing one manageable step forward. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a starting point, regardless of where you may be at in life. And I apologize for that. Why are they coming in? Okay. So next, to start off with, we'll go over some retirement savings and planning basics. So retirement planning is simply preparing for a time in the future when you may work less or stop working altogether. It doesn't mean you're close to retirement, and it doesn't mean you have extra money right now. It means thinking ahead so future you has more options. One of the biggest advantages you can give yourself is time. Small amounts saved consistently over time can grow more than large amounts saved later. It's not about how much you start with, it's about just starting. You may hear about things like 401ks, IRAs, or Roth accounts. You don't need to memorize these today. The important thing is knowing that these tools exist. So when you're working or earning income, you recognize opportunities to use them. Now we can go over some common retirement savings options. The first one is a 401k. This is a retirement savings plan offered through your job. Money is taken out of your paycheck and placed into an account for the future. One of the biggest benefits of a 401k is something called an employer match. That's when your employer adds money to your account based on what you contribute. This is essentially free money when it's available. The money usually goes in before taxes, which can lower your taxable income now. You pay taxes later when you withdraw the money in retirement. Not everyone has access to a 401k. Many jobs don't offer them, and that's not a personal failure, it's a system issue. If you do have access, even small contributions can make a big difference. If a 401k with a match is available, it's often one of the strongest starting points for retirement savings. Now, IRAs. An IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account. So, unlike a 401k, you open this on your own through a bank or financial institution. IRAs are helpful if your job doesn't offer a retirement plan or if you want to save beyond what your job provides. There are contributions limits set by the IRS, but the flexibility makes IRAs a good option for people with changing income. IRAs don't require a full-time job or benefits package. If you earn income at some point in the year, you may be eligible to contribute, even if work isn't steady. IRAs give you ownership and flexibility when employer plans aren't available. Now, a Roth account means you pay taxes on the money now, but you don't pay taxes when you take it out in retirement. This can be especially helpful if your income is lower now or unpredictable. Because you're paying taxes at today's rates instead of higher taxes later. Roth accounts come in different forms, including Roth IRAs and Roth 401ks. Roth accounts only work if you have income and extra money to save, and that won't always be the case, and that's okay. Roth accounts are a tool, not a requirement. Roth accounts trade tax savings today for tax freedom in the future. Now, in summary, here are the key differences between the plans. So the 401k, again, that is through your work with a possible match. An IRA you can open on your own and is more flexible. A Roth account, you pay taxes now, and the money you get out is tax-free later. Now, some key principles to remember. Retirement planning works best when it's simple, automatic, and flexible. Plans can change. Contributions can stop and restart. Progress is rarely a straight line. When money is tight or income is unstable, retirement can feel very far away. That's real. Planning doesn't mean committing money you don't have. It means understanding your options so you're ready when the timing is right. Retirement planning isn't about age or income. It's about giving your future self choices. Now, moving on to estate planning essentials. Estate planning is about deciding what happens to your money, your belongings, and care if something happens to you. It's not about how much you have, it's about clarity and choice. Now, without a plan, decisions can be delayed, expensive, or made by people you didn't choose, or through court. Estate planning helps protect your wishes and the people you care about. Now, key roles. A beneficiary is the person or organization you choose to receive your money or assets. This applies to things like life insurance, retirement accounts, and bank accounts. You can also name people to make decisions for you if you can't, like a healthcare decision maker or financial power of attorney. Now, trusts and how they work. A trust is a legal arrangement where one person manages money or assets for someone else. The person who sets it up is a grantor. The person managing it is a trustee. The person benefiting from it is a beneficiary. Trusts are often used to manage money over time, protect assets, or provide support to children or loved ones. They're not only for wealthy people, they're a tool that can be used in many situations. You can keep trusts simple and always update them as needed or time passes. So even if you never create a trust, keeping beneficiaries updated is critical. Beneficiary forms often override wills, so they should reflect your current wishes. Trusts can sound intimidating or expensive. Not everyone needs one, and that's okay. Estate planning is about choosing the tools that fit your situation, not checking every box. Estate planning isn't about complexity, it's about making sure the right people are protected in the right way. Now, differences between trusts and wills and what a will is and does. A will is a legal document that explains what you want to happen to your belongings and responsibilities after you pass away. It can name beneficiaries, guardians for your children, and an executor to carry out your wishes. A will only takes effect after death and usually goes through a legal process called probate, which can take time. On the opposite, a trust allows you to move money or assets into an account that is managed by a trustee for the benefit of someone else. A trust can take effect while you're alive and continue after death. Trusts are often used to control how and what money is distributed. For example, over time or when someone reaches a certain age. Both wills and trusts let you choose who receives your assets and who manages them. The difference is mainly how and when they work. Wills are simpler and more common. Trusts are more flexible, but usually more complex. Many people only need a simple will. Some people benefit from trusts, especially if they have children, shared assets, or want ongoing control over how money is used. Now, imagine someone with a child and a small life insurance policy. A will can name who the child lives with and who receives the money. A trust could be used to make sure the money is managed responsibly until the child is older. Not everyone needs a trust, and not having one doesn't mean you failed. A simple will and updated beneficiaries are often enough to protect the people you care about. The best plan isn't the most complicated one, it's the one that actually reflects your wishes. Okay. Now, for long-term savings and goals, long-term goals are anything you're working toward that improves your future stability. That could be education, job training, housing, paying off debt, starting a small business, or building savings for emergencies. Long-term doesn't mean far away, it just means not immediate, not right now. And it's important to acknowledge and remember that your goals don't have to look like anyone else's to be valid, nor are you in the same timeline with everyone else. Education savings isn't limited to college. Many people use savings for trade schools, certifications, licenses, testing fees, or required equipment. Sometimes saving is about being prepared when opportunity shows up, not having everything planned out in advance. Savings can sit in a regular savings account or a separate goal account or another safe place where it won't be accidentally spent. Life changes and goals change with it. Planning doesn't lock you into just that one path. It gives you flexibility so you can adjust without starting over every time. Changing direction doesn't mean you failed, it means you're responding to real life. When income is inconsistent, saving regularly can be hard. Even saving small amounts when you can build confidence and momentum. The habit of saving, even just a few dollars, is often more powerful than the amount itself. Someone may start saving for a certification program, but later decide to use that money for transportation or housing stability. That money still served its purpose, supporting progress. It's hard to plan for the future when today feels uncertain. That doesn't mean planning is pointless. It means planning needs to be flexible and realistic and compassionate. Long-term goals aren't about pressure, they're about giving yourself options. And of course, life happens and life will bring you challenges. Let's go over a few challenges based on what we've discussed thus far and how the credit union can be your partner in life. Now, challenge number one. It sounds like I don't have enough money to plan for the future. What this challenge looks like. Income is inconsistent or unpredictable. All money goes toward immediate needs. Retirement, savings, or estate planning feels a bit unrealistic. Now, for this challenge, to provide you with a reality-based solution, it basically is planning is not about how much you save, it's about knowing your options. Small, irregular steps still count. Education today prepares you for opportunity tomorrow. Now, how can the credit union support you through this challenge? Credit unions provide safe, low balance savings accounts. Financial education workshops like this one and financial counselors are available for one-on-one support without pressure. You don't need extra money to start planning. You need information and support. Now, for the next challenge, it sounds like my life isn't stable enough for long-term planning. What this challenge really looks like, housing, work, or family situations change often. Goals shift or feel uncertain. Fear of making the wrong decision. For your reality-based solution, planning does not lock you in. It gives you flexibility. Short-term goals can support long-term stability. Plans can pause, restart, or change direction. Now, for your credit union support, we offer flexible savings tools. We offer accounts that can adapt as situations change. We offer guidance that focuses on progress, not perfection. So a flexible plan is still a plan, and it's often the most realistic one. Challenge number three sounds like I don't trust financial systems or feel like they are for people like me. This challenge looks like past negative experiences with banks or debt, fear of fees, penalties, or even judgment, or feeling excluded from traditional financial planning. For your reality-based solution, credit unions are member-owned and people-focused. Education is first, products come second. Transparency and trust matter more than complexity. Now, how can the credit union be your partner? We will offer clear explanations without all the fancy words. We offer low-cost, member-centered products. We offer a safe space to ask questions and rebuild your confidence. I'll be the first to say that this challenge, especially, is way too real and banking trauma exists. You deserve financial tools that work for you, not against you. None of these challenges mean you're doing something wrong. They simply mean you need tools and support that match real life. Now, for some key takeaways, and as we wrap up, I want to leave you with some tips for long-term financial success as you go through your everyday life. Now, one of the most important messages from today is that financial planning is not reserved for people with perfect stability, high income, or everything figured out. Planning can start wherever you are, whether you're focused on surviving today or thinking about tomorrow. Knowing your options is already a form of planning. There is no timeline you're behind on, and everyone's financial path looks different. Um, Planning doesn't require big decisions or big money. Small actions like learning how retirement accounts work, saving a few dollars when you can, or naming a beneficiary help create options for the future. These steps build momentum and confidence. Over time, they add up, even if progress feels slow. Now, we also talked about retirement, estate planning, and savings. These are not separate topics, they work together. Savings and planning help you move forward when opportunities come up. The goal is to reduce how hard life hits financially when something unexpected happens. Your plan should fit your real life. A good financial plan isn't rigid. It changes as your life changes. It should reflect your income, your responsibilities, and your priorities, not someone else's. If a plan causes stress or guilt, it needs some adjusting. Planning should support you, not pressure you. Take future moments to think about one idea from today that felt helpful or reassuring. Not something you have to act on right away, just something you want to carry with you. Financial planning isn't about having everything figured out. It's about believing your future matters and taking care of yourself one step at a time. Now, as always, we're partnered with GreenPath. We offer through them access to free confidential financial counseling. GreenPath's counselors can conduct a free confidential financial assessment with you. So this will involve looking at a budget with you, collaborating to develop an action plan to help you work towards financial goals. They can also talk to you about other financial concerns or goals you have related to things such as credit, housing, student loan, or debt management plans. Now, financial planning is not a one size fits all process. It should reflect your real life, your priorities, and your current situation. A plan that works for you today may look different 6 months from now, and that's completely okay. Some people leave here ready to take a small step, others leave with new understanding and clarity. Both count as progress. There is no timeline you're required to follow. Understanding your options, retirement accounts, estate planning tools, saving strategies give you your power. Even when you don't act right away, knowing what's available helps you recognize opportunity when it shows up. You don't have to navigate this alone. The credit union is here as a resource to answer questions, provide tools, and support you without judgment or pressure. To aid you in some moments of reflection, please remember that it's okay if today felt overwhelming. It's okay if planning feels far away right now. It's okay if your only takeaway today was hope or reassurance. And it's okay to move forward at your own pace. And again, thank you for showing up today, for listening, and for being open to learning. Wherever you are right now is enough. Your future's worth care, patience, and support. And myself and my team are so glad to be part of this journey with you. And I am leaving you here with our contact information should you need any kind of support from us. Thank you.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you, everybody who joined us today. We'll catch you guys in February. Our next session is going to be the 12th of
Yes,
February at 6 p.m. So we'll see you guys then.
great. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.